Hey guys, welcome back to Awakening by Truth. We're outside with it today. Beautiful sunny weather. So I thought, what better day to go to the park and do an episode. So anyway, let's get into it. So today I thought a topic that's been on my mind heavy and I thought would be really important to talk about is gratitude. Just being grateful for all that we have in our life. Something I even struggle with sometimes, as humans, we're always looking for the next thing, the next best thing. And then we get that. And then, say it's a material item and, that new shiny thing is good for a week. And then we're always looking for what's next after that. Oh, well, now I need this, this, and this. I do it all the time. And then it's what about that thing that you just got? That becomes old after a week, and then you need the next thing. So we just need to remember to be grateful for all that we do have. And I do pray for more things, of course, but I also pray to God and thank him and just tell him how grateful I am for all that I have and all that he's brought into my life, which is a lot because my life has drastically changed. 5 years ago, I would be so proud of the person that I see today. And even though as humans, we're always hard on ourselves, I forget to remember to be grateful for how far God's brought me. In 5 years, I've changed my life. I've got clean off of hard drugs. I now work at a counseling center. I'm in school to be a therapist. I have my own apartment. I pay my bills. Just stuff like that I forget to be grateful for. Or water. I have water. I drink water every day. I get to drink water out of a Stanley cup. Not everybody has a fancy Stanley cup. Just little things like that. And it's I forget to be grateful for what God has brought me out of. Because, I could not be here right now had I kept going the way I was going. But I'm alive. I'm doing well. And God's kept me, away from the drugs that were killing me. So that's a blessing in itself. Of course, there's going to be ups and downs in life. It's going to be rough. Times are going to be stressful and hard, but you just have to remember to be grateful for just the simple things in life. Having a roof over your head, having water, having food. There's people in other countries who are starving to death, who can't even afford food, who don't have electricity or housing or proper housing. And we forget, in America, to be grateful to have just that. To, even if you're like me, bills and stuff takes a lot of your money. You feel like you're broke all the time. Well, guess what? Remember to be grateful that my bills are paid and I have a roof over my head. Even if I just get paid and all the money's gone, if all the bills are paid, I just need to remember to be grateful that I make enough money to do that. Because there's people that are struggling, that aren't able to do that, who don't make enough money to get all the bills paid on time every month. So I try to remember when I get so in my head and complaining and crying. Oh, I think a bee just flew by me. I try to remember Kathleen, be grateful for what you have. Be grateful that you're making, a decent salary, not even having your degree yet. Be grateful that you have such an amazing job. You finally found your purpose. I prayed for many years for my purpose, and I'm sure there's more than one, but one of them I figured out is helping other people, working in the mental health field. It's what inspired me to be a therapist, and just grateful to have finally figured that out and, know what my purpose is. There's just so much, to be grateful for. Grateful to get outside and see the sun. Grateful to have a beach close enough that I can go to the beach all summer long and be in my happy place and look up at the sky. It's moments like that I realize how grateful I am when I get to travel and go to different countries. I don't get to do it as much as I would like to, but I've got to go to a couple different places. I'm not rich. I can't travel once. Sometimes I can't even afford to travel once a year, but if I don't go somewhere big in that year, I'm still traveling somewhere nearby me. Or I'm still doing stuff, even if I can't afford a big vacation one year, I'm still planning mini vacations in the area that I can do, still doing something. So just even just being grateful to have money to be able to do that, because there's people who have never got to travel anywhere. And it's cool to be able to experience that in life, and I'm very grateful. Jamaica was one of my best trips, and I'm so grateful that I got to do that and go there and experience that, especially for my birthday. It was an awesome time. But yeah, just like grateful for support systems. There's people who have lost their family or have no family, and that's something else I'm grateful for, is to have such an amazing family and friends who are very, very supportive. Sorry guys, my arm's getting tired already from holding this. So I'm just trying to navigate to get the episode done because I'm too short to set it down and record. But yeah, look, grateful for this beautiful view. I'm up on a hill, at the park, just remembering to be grateful for that. And just grateful to be alive, grateful to be human and experience things in life, and grateful to be healthy. We forget that there's people out here struggling with cancer and diseases. I can't even imagine how rough that is. And I just remember that I'm grateful that, like, yes, I am heavy and I've struggled with my weight all my life, but my health, I've had no bad health issues. Lab's always coming back good. It's just something as, as big as that. We don't even realize how big that is. But yeah, there's a lot to be grateful and thankful for. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I did realize that's something that I'm really trying to work on recently, because I'm always complaining about all the things I don't have, or complaining that I'm not rich and I can't buy whatever I want when I want. But instead of remembering to be grateful that at least I have something, at least I have things, right? Like, be grateful for the things I have, and then maybe bigger things will happen when you learn to appreciate what you already have. So that's what I'm trying to do more, because God's not going to give me the next big thing or bless me if I can't even be grateful for the things that, I already have in life. And I think I used to do it every day, and I've definitely fell off with it recently. Oh, my hair's getting so frizzy. It's humid, very humid today and hot. But I used to write gratitude lists every day, so I can just remind myself. And that's something I'm definitely going to start incorporating again, just writing down all the things that I'm grateful for, just so I can remind myself. And that's something we should all do on the daily, because we do need to be reminded. Once you sit on paper and you write it all out, you see wow, there's so many things I have to be grateful for in this life that I totally forgot about. And like I said, it's the simple things in life too. And that's what I remember. Grateful to be able to see a sunset. Grateful to be able to see. There's people who are blind and can't see anything. They don't get to see the beautiful things in life. They can feel them, smell them, touch them, but they can't see them. That's something we forget. We're grateful to be able to walk. There's people in wheelchairs, or people who, have certain types of disorders where they can't walk. And some of those people I see on the daily are some of the happiest people ever. They're still driving. They're still going to the gym. I've seen people at the gym in wheelchairs, but we're over here complaining. When we have feet and can walk, there's people that can't, that work even harder. That's something I've experienced and saw. And it's just, there's so much to be grateful for in life, and we just have to really learn to humble ourselves. And I'm speaking to myself too, because I think that's something I've been struggling with recently. I'm always crying and complaining about all the things I don't have, or all the things that I can't do, instead of being grateful for all the things that I do have and that I can do. So that was I'm going to rewatch this episode and just remind myself. That's why I really just wanted to touch on this topic. But yeah, this will probably be a short episode, because like I said, I'm at the park and I do want to get a little walk in and exercise before it closes, before I leave. But I just really wanted to get something good out there this week, and it was just heavy on my heart to talk about gratitude, because yeah, life is good and there's a lot to be grateful for. There's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be ups and downs in life, good and bad times. We just have to all remember that. It's not just going to be perfect every single day. We're all going to have different struggles in life, but through those struggles, if we can just remember to be grateful for all that we do have and all that we are experiencing, eventually we'll get through that storm and more blessings will come our way. We just have to remain humble and patient through those hard times, and I think that's the key to it. And then you will be deserving of the blessings. But thank you to all my supporters and everybody that watches. I love you all, and I'll talk to you again next week.